The only reason Neon Giant exists today is because something like it didn't at the time. And we never really set out to run a business or to create a studio. That was never the dream or the ambition. We just had a very particular picture in mind of how we wanted to make games. And the only way to achieve that was to create it. Starting the studio in Uppsala was actually just a result of us being here already, but it has proven to be a very powerful thing for us because of the maturity of the people in the studio.
It's small enough and big enough, you know, it's not Stockholm, it's not the hustle and bustle, but it's also, you know, a half an hour down the road from that if that's what you need. It's a perfect place to have a family and have kids, for sure.
Well, we have ex-directors here, super senior talents. And here they get to both direct and decide what to do, but they also get to do it. That's basically the sentiment of the entire studio. You both decide and you do it.
I think with everybody here being so senior and just knowing what to do, there's nothing that we have to create to force them to do anything. There's no argument. It just happens. People just, this is an issue. How do we do it? We did it.
If we compare us now towards when we made The Ascent, basically The Ascent was made by a handful of people. If someone in the studio got sick, then we lost an entire department. Now we can cover most aspects with 2 people instead. For us, it's a huge difference, but it took us from 5 people to 23, so we're still very small.
We often joke that Neon Giant is not a great place for everyone, but it is a fantastic place for the right kind of person. And that is the kind of person that is not shying away from taking ownership and taking responsibility. They thrive on it. You tell me what you want to do, and as long as that is the same game everyone else is trying to make, we're in a very good place, and then you go for it.
Everybody's so creative and just knows what to do. They don't really need to be told what to do. It's not corporate in that way. It's just creative minds. We're not cogs in a machine.
One of the big reasons why we decided to go with Krafton was that we wanted to tap into the enormous resources and the pool of talents that the Krafton has. That's the biggest change, that we now act as a small, fast, nimble studio, but with the resources of a giant.
Seeing as all the people in the studio are creatives, it's easy for us to understand how we work and what excites us. If it's only coming in Monday to Friday, looking at the list, doing what's asked, you don't get invested. And I think what we have done, what we have managed to build, is a place where people have creator ownership. If we don't have excited people, we don't get the best result.
On Ascent, it was a very ambitious game. It took a lot of risk and really pushed every boundaries. And in the end, it worked out really well. It was a huge success for the studio. And for our next project, we know the game we want to do and have known it for a very long time. So now we're focused on that. And in those constraints, we just try to push as much as possible.
Every time we approach like a new feature, a new workflow, we try to push it a little bit further, a little bit more effective, a little bit more faster than what we have previously done. That's our starting point, basically, every time we approach a new feature.
When it comes to experimentation, I feel like we are very open, and that's one of the things that makes me really love this studio. It's very exciting to be able to say, I want to test this, and the company actually listens to it and tries and accommodates that.
Instead of just saying like, oh, we want to do exactly all these things, we know that along the way we will find cool things we want to explore. We're just focusing on removing all the hurdles and just letting the artists create all the time to just have flow. It's like, just don't stop, just create.
We're early adopters of Metasounds, which is the new Unreal Engine audio technology. And this has allowed us to realize most of our visions for the soundscape. For music, we have a lot of opportunities and we're able to work closely together because we're such a small team.
I think some of the more interesting things that are happening now with the new emerging technology is that smaller teams can create much more complete games using all these new features, which leads to a lot more ownership and experimentation, which ultimately leads to a lot more interesting games.
We've focused a lot on tools for this project, and that is an investment that has to pay itself off over and over again. Those tools that really allow us to work at a high pace and produce good content. For the amount of people we are in a very small studio, making a very ambitious game.
We just build things that we think are really cool. Like that's step one. We have to be excited about it. We have to think, this is gonna be awesome when we build it. That's the first step. We also know we are a small team. We don't have bandwidth to make, some things. We need to be very specific with how we build the world. Like, how do we make something that is high quality and high fidelity? Because that's really important to us. And we can't do that if we pick battles that we can't fight. We have to be very mindful with what visually we try to accomplish.